Are you ready?
Hey everybody, Irashaimase, welcome to the Art of Comics. Did you guys know that freaking Paul Pope did a Spider-Man issue? I literally found this out like 2 hours ago. I was going through some of my comics because you have to tend the garden at times. And I was like, what is this comic? Why is this comic here? It's freaking Paul Pope. He's one of my art parents. He is amazing. We're gonna go through this, dude. This is like so freaking cool. I'm very excited. This is Spider-Man's Tangled Web, number 25. This was published in 2002, August 2002. I had no idea he'd done this. And let's just like take a look at this. I'm pretty stoked. Let's do this. But before we do, go check out my Patreon right now. Go do it because I got some new comics up there. I have Life and Death. I have The Weekend. I have Shangri-La. My comics are also on Webtoon. I've got a documentary I've been working on. 2 of those are in there, and I've got a bunch of other things. So go check out the Patreon and be a cool dude. If you want to even be a better cool dude, put $1 in the jar and be a member. Okay, let's take a look at this because this is quite freaking cool, man. I'm like really excited about this artwork. Let's just take a look. I mean, one of the great things you just start seeing is the color. I mean, here's the deal. Paul Pope is a master. His 2 things I think he's brilliant at. One is color choices, his color palettes, and 2 is line. The line work with the brushes, it's just his line and his color, dude. I love it. I love this opening splash page. Freaking Ditko. Do you see the little Ditko right there? I mean, it's beautiful. It's just cool, man. The textures he uses with dry brushing, the hatching, the non-ruler. Although he did use a ruler for some of this, but a lot of it's not. And knowing when to use a ruler, when not to use it, stuff like that is like really critical. It's just cool. There you go. Opening this up, looking at this hallway. Such cool stuff. The stairs, the line work. Again, it's got a lot of texture. He's got a lot of different mark making tools he's using. Might even be using like razor blade and toothbrush, things like that. It's good. I mean, he's using photography. He's using things to get some ideas of where things are laid out. But the camera positions is great. So we've got this like breaking and entering thing. I don't know what's happening. Some guy's got like grenades or what is he? Oh, he's building something. Another wonderful thing that Paul Pope does is he incorporates the sound effects, onomatopoeia, in with the art. So these kind of lettering choices and is embedded in the art. It really is a synergy between words and pictures together. And I like that a lot. It's cool. It fits. There's some artists that do a great job of it. Some artists are just like, let the letter deal with it. But he incorporates it, and it's got character. It's got flavor, but it's not overly wrought. It's not 3-dimensional. Notice none of these things are 3-dimensional. It's just like, but it got cool character and shape. So I dig it. And there's a Paul Pope face. You could tell these faces with these kind of eyelids he draws and noses and lips. He always does like the outlines of the lips. So we got somebody who's after Spidey, clearly. Such a cool comic. Again, the color palette, you notice it's very kind of monochromatic, or it's in a certain palette range for certain panels even within the page. So, that's kind of interesting. He uses these reds for when all this kind of energy and electrical work is happening. And then in his living room or whatever this like room is. It's kind of a cool blue, hallways yellow. I dig this. Yeah, this is all really cool. Again, I love the action. I love just like the moment of jumping, the socks, all this, the faces. Looks like his daughter is a fan of Spidey. It's so cool. Basically, we got the story here where the father, who's the kind of handyman of this little slum type of apartment complex, is building a little exoskeleton crime thing, kind of like the Beetle, call him the Stag Beetle. And his daughter, who's a fan of Spider-Man, wants to go see what's up. So she goes, hears on the radio that there's been, I guess, a burglary in this new bank. And she sees her dad and freaking Spidey. And it's a fun story. I mean, look at this art again. Paul Pope draws even the weaponry. Everything's organic. You know, the cars, the explosion, everything is got movement behind it. It's well thought out and designed. The blacks are wonderful. I mean, his comics could be black and white. That's another thing I like about it, is the way he spots his blacks and the way the contrast is. His comics could totally be black and white. And yet with the color, it just pops them so much more. Just so good. And then, you know, at the end here, we find out, yeah, Spidey's there. Cool. So cool. Yep, that was fun, man. This is a great issue. I wish this was a huge thing, but this Tangled Web is a really cool series. These are basically little one-shots of all these different creators, and I want to bind these because they're really, really good, the Tangled Web stuff. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. A cool little Paul Pope video. That was exciting, and we'll see you next time. Bye.